I think it's a weird level where you've got like some level of fame where people recognise you.
Yeah.
You've still got a day job. I've done a job for a geezer, fitted his carpet, at the end of the job, sort of looked at me. Can I get a photo with you? Well, like my mind's always going. Being on stage at one moment when my mind isn't going, I feel so present. It's all you're thinking about. I was fitting a carpet that was playing out live in front of me.
Really?
This geezer was just a wrong un, do you know what I mean? He was just, and his mum was, you work hard. You know what I mean? She's lucky to have you. Beer. He's like gambled all the money away. He's a wrong un. You could just see he's a wrong un. She's defended him. Like.
That's so true though, isn't it? Your mums will just defend you to the earth.
Yeah.
When something happens and then you're in the shower in the evening, you're like, oh, fucking hell, I should have. I don't know why, but when you have a shower, it all comes back.
I'm well hard in the shower. It still does get to you.
You get it, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Do you really?
Yeah. I've had to like filter certain words. Wanker, for example. Like when you're sitting around with your mates in the pub having a laugh, you'll say something funny, people will laugh, but no one's going, oh, you're very brave, aren't you? When you change the dynamic, you could just be sitting around with 10 people having a laugh, put a microphone in your hand, get on the stage.
Yeah.
Just everything changes.
Yeah.
You get far removed from that person who's just sitting around a table.
Yeah.
And the craft is that getting back to being that person sitting around the table just having a laugh.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It is tricky to get there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 2 of the Hobo Jack Podcast with me, Jimmy, the Double Dans, and today we've got Jack Skipper on the podcast. Thank you for coming to see us, mate. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Legend.
I know you're a busy man at the minute, and you've got busy evening, but
that's all right. Not that busy.
Yeah.
It's like when you do stand up, it's 10 minutes work, isn't it? I mean, on stage, when you're used to being like a carpet fitter working your bollocks.
Yeah, the whole
like
day.
Some people do it. They do it like when like other comedians go, oh, I don't know how you're so busy. It's, like, it's not busy though. Is it?
I got a 10-minute set.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you what you did before all this.
Well,
I never knew your background.
carpet fitter.
Oh, is that what you were?
Yeah, you still do it. Well, yeah.
Oh, you still do it?
Not making enough peas yet, mate. Yes.
Oh.
Mate, could have got you in here.
Yeah.
Fucking, just literally, this was fitted in 2 bits, this. Random. There's a big line down the middle. I mean, you'll be looking at that, you'll be like, oh, Jesus.
That means
Yeah,
they
what-
fucked it up.
yeah, judging that. It did feel that way, didn't it, when they were putting it in?
He did it off the carpet, and then they come back a week. They were like, yeah, we'll have to do that next week. I was like, well, we've kind of it done. We've got a podcast. He's like, yeah, we'll have it.
That's the sign of a good carpet fit, when you fuck it up and you still get away with it.
Yeah. But I haven't paid him, so...
It is black though, so you
It
can't
is
really
black.
see it.
It is
So,
black.
you know, I'd like to think if I was a carpet fitter, I'd just fit black carpet.
Very niche. So we got this
'Cause I'll
like,
just
lovely,
be shit at
lovely,
it.
great... No, sorry, mate. I only do black carpet.
That business folded.
Do you do that full time, Jack?
No, well, I'm transitioning.
Oh, okay, nice, nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, but it's weird. Like I think it's a weird level where you got like some level of fame where people recognise you, but
Yeah.
you've still got a day job. I don't think it's
Yeah.
like quite a fairly new phenomenon, isn't it? Like where
Yeah,
that happened, because like I think like reality TV was the first time that like normal people just got famous, but they'd come off the back of Big Brother, then they'd go straight to TV.
yeah.
For me, it's sort of like you build a following, and then like I still like I've done a job for a geezer, fitted his carpet. At the end of the job, he just sort of looked at me,
I know you.
and he went, "Can I get a photo with you?" But then the funny thing was, there was painter and decorators there who didn't have a clue what it was, and they were just looking on, going, "Oh, he must have done a good job on his carpet."
He's the elite of the elite.
Imagine that. It's like, you go, oh yeah, do you follow me on social media? No.
Yeah.
I just love carpet fitters.
Yeah.
Like, you've done such a good job. Like, best carpet fitter I've ever done.
He just gets loads of carpet fitters out, gets them to fit a carpet, gets a picture of them. As soon as they leave, he rips it up, brings up another one.
Gets his site, gets his frames.
Yeah.
Tries to auction them off.
He just loves. That's his thing.
Serial carpet fitters. That's so funny.
So where are you gigging tonight? Tell us about.
I'm in Brighton tonight.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like a little 10-minute spot. But I'm at that point at the moment because I don't really like to put my dates online and things like that, just because like I'm still sort of because where the social media took off quickly, like usually people do that. You've only got like 20 minutes of solid material. Do you know what I mean? So you don't want to burn it. Do you know what I mean? And like, because I think this is like I think I've gone a bit of a weird way. It's sort of uncharted territory, really, this way into comedy. Because usually you've got people like, either like famous comedians who've got a big online following because they're famous, or you just got like TikTok comedians or like, just Instagram comedians, and they're not really doing stand-up. And then that's why I've sort of purposely come in this way, where it's like done sketches, built a following, and then I'm trying to like earn my stripes on the stand-up circuit. It's like I want to be good at it. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be like, people just come and see him because he's got a following.
You're still working on your craft, aren't you?
That's exactly what it is. It's a craft. Do you know what I mean?
Was that always your goal? Like,
well, that was it. I did. Always wanted to do stand-up comedy. I've always been like fascinated by it, and I used to work I had an office job, and I used to walk past the Apollo every day, and I used to like fantasize. I mean, imagine doing it. But then the whole idea of doing it was, I think it felt so like impossible. Like that. I could never do that. I could never ever do that. And then I did a speech at my wedding, and it was like, it went really well, and I was thinking, I fucking love this. Like, this is a good feeling. It's like in my head, like that wedding speech was my live at the Apollo. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
that's interesting, though.
Crowd
Like say
most people get. I mean, I'd shit myself for a fucking wedding speech.
Yeah.
Like,
I've done it 3 times as best man.
Have you?
It's fucking horrible.
Always
it's the easiest gig you'll ever do, though. Because people, they. You're not gonna get booed off, are you? People want it to be good. They want to enjoy it. Do you know what I mean?
But it's like anything. Your expectations are a lot higher than theirs, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You want it to be. Oh my god. I think you got this like.
Dan got booed off.
You got this thing in your head that it has to be so hilarious. Better than anything you've ever seen, and you just put that pressure on yourself.
But that's the thing. When you're doing stand-up comedy, you'll learn that if you've got a willing crowd, like say. So someone going to a wedding, they see the best man, they really want to laugh. They'll laugh if it's shit. That's probably what they did.
I have no doubt.
They didn't laugh.
He had one laugh.
They were just pity laughs. but honestly, but like, because then when you go to like start doing stand-up, and there's like open mic comedy where there's a thing called bringer nights, right? Which is when you do comedy, if you wanted to go on stage, you've got to bring someone with you so there's an audience, because otherwise there's just going to be a room full of comedians. So the room is comedians who ain't listening to you because they're thinking about their own stuff. And their mate who's just been dragged there. So it's a cold room that don't want to laugh. And that's hard. They are the tricky ones. Because I got a gig quite early on into stand-up. It was like a nice gig, 100 people in there, Friday night. They've paid a ticket. They want to see some comedy. And it's like so much easier because they're up for laughing. You know what I mean? They're expecting it. Whereas these are open mics are just like these people just they're not giving you anything. You know what I mean? They won't give it to you. You got to earn it. Do you know what I mean?
Did you do your first gig after you'd sort of built like an online?
That was the weird thing that happened was I did a little comedy course.
Yeah.
Like a little workshop type thing.
Oh, cool.
And while halfway through, because at the end of that you do like a showcase type thing. You invite people on the course, invite their friends and family, and sell tickets.
Oh, that's quite cool.
But what happened to me was when I was like a few weeks into it, the pandemic hit.
Shit.
So all that thing that I'd been building up, thinking about doing for like over 10 years. Yeah. I'm gonna do it, and then the pandemic hit, and I know like people suffered more from the pandemic.
Yeah, of course.
my comedy career. Why me?
You ruined me.
But then it was that happened, and then so I spent about what was the pandemic? It was like March it started, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So then it was a whole year just spent moaning about no, I wanted to do stand up, can't do stand up. And then my mate was like, you should do TikTok. You should try. I was like, no, I don't know. Because I used to do it like with my mates, just send WhatsApp videos to my mates.
I did,
And they used to like, you should put this on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I did it. And I did it for a while. I thought, I'm going to make a proper go of this. And nothing was happening. And I just thought, fuck this. And I sort of threw my phone and so I was like, it's not working. A few days later, I went back to TikTok and I had all these notifications. And I couldn't work out what had happened. And just one video had blown up.
Oh, really?
And,
what was it?
It was my football fan video.
Oh, yeah.
I had a catchphase and everything.
Yeah. I followed you for ages. And I do remember,
so that's what I did. I just
come on.
I just doubled down on that.
Yeah.
Kept doing it. And then as I was getting into it, I just I started creating new characters and that. But at the beginning, you don't know what you're doing. You're just making it, but then sort of the viewers tell you what's working and what's not. Do you know what I mean? Like they make up the catchphrases.
Yeah.
You're just saying it. Like the "come on" was never a catchphrase. They just picked up on what I was doing so you just say it more. But that's what I always say to people. I mean, I can only talk in regards of online comedy, but if anyone wants to start going on TikTok, or just fucking do it. Just because people get stuck in this thing and they go, oh, what? I know what it's like, but it feels weird filming yourself, and then you think, oh, what if no one likes it? What if no one sees it? And then the point is, when you first start, you got no one's gonna fucking see it.
No one gives a shit.
And then you get this thing in your head where you go, if you don't get any likes, you feel like the person's gone, oh, they hate me. But they just swipe past. They've forgotten about you. You know what I mean?
And it only takes like 3 or 4 people to like it,
share
and it gives you the confidence.
Yeah, that's
like,
it.
do you know what I mean? You need a couple of your mates to be like, oh, that's it.
Obviously
not pity ones. Like, there has to be.
Also, there's the thing now where it's like, you get the people who like you, so video's got a sort of chance of doing better because you've got the followers and they know your sort of brand, whatever. But the only other thing is you're more open to.
Yeah,
because
no
one really gives hate to people who've
got nothing.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So you're more, and it still does get to you.
Does that?
Do you get it? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Do you really?
Yeah. I've had to like filter certain words.
Wow.
Wanker, for example. Prick. Things like that, the
little thing.
Yeah.
It's annoying, isn't it, that people do that because it's like, it's just.
Well, I did a thing.
Dumb.
I did a comedy competition last week in Edinburgh. It was like a nationwide comedy competition. I came third. Wow. I was like, it was like a real high, like big moment for me. I mean, other people. I looked at other people to come third, and it was like Rob Beckett, Joe Wilkinson, all them people. I was like,
big names.
And I was like on a buzz, like wow. And then so I've done that, and then you sort of, I knew a come down was coming. That sort of high. And then I put up like a little video of my stand up. A little clip, and it's a joke of mine. I know it always goes down well, and because I was feeling a bit vulnerable, maybe a bit.
You started to have a little laugh,
like hungover. You're thinking, and I was just getting these things like, oh, this guy's shit. This guy, and I was all like, just feeling all vulnerable. I deleted it. Oh God, I can't handle this right now. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's so weird. I found with posts, not from a personal point of view, but like from a brand and stuff, you can put some and like. If the first 1 or 2 comments
crowd mentality.
Because I've done an experiment before, put out a post with a brand, and like one post saying, and like so this has started getting good comments. Yeah. It's the same post, same whatever, and then someone had put a bad comment in it, and then like it's that crowd mentality, and then there's another bad, and I've watched it, and I'm like, and I'm like, it's the same post, and like all of a sudden this is all like really good stuff, and this is really. Bad. And it's just it follow the leader. And it's like, and people,
because people get scared. Say if you put something out and there's loads of like really good comments on it, they think if I put a negative,
I'll get attacked.
I've got 20 people there who will come after me, so I'm not going to do it. And then it's
what's quite a nice thing that does happen sometimes is when you've got a following, you've got fans, and it's all like people liking it. You get
people
some
stick up for it.
Some prick who comes up.
They'll go. Fuck off, mate. We love it. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you're like, do you know what I mean? But I never ever reply to the hate stuff.
No.
I did it once, and I knew how much he loved. I'd replied. And I thought, fuck me, he's done me. He's done me.
I did it once with a brand, and I've gone back, and afterwards I was like, I'm never ever doing that again.
That's what they want.
I was like,
a lot of the time as well, like they'll be shocked that you reply, and they'll be like, "Oh no, I was only joking, mate." Like, or it was like,
that's the only thing I was thinking of replying once is something like, it's kind of cute how much you're dying for my attention. Something like that. Do you know what I mean? That's all it is.
Yeah,
do you know
of
what
course
I mean?
it is.
And it's on them as well. Like I always say, like what I've never done it. So like imagine going on to someone and thinking, right, I'm gonna throw a negative comment like straight at them. It's like it's a weird process for me to even contemplate that.
They're so far detached from it. Because obviously you can see something and think it's shit. There's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
It's a natural instinct. But to then think, I'm going to tell him that I think it's shit. Like, what is that about? I mean,
I don't know. Danny's fucking wedding speech video though. I had to share it to get in on that.
Oh, that was shit.
Yeah, that was shit. Yeah, share it.
But didn't even do a speech at my wedding because of wankers like you.
Wanker. It is weird, like because you think like I think especially nowadays with like Instagram and stuff, like you've got back in the day when you've got big actors and stuff. Like we all see it like that film was shit. He was shit in this, and some of that translates onto you have your opinions, don't you? On like people who you like, oh, he's famous. He's got like whatever 100k or 200k on Instagram, but that person, that's just a normal dude. Like you say, like.
Well, one thing that actually got me into doing online comedy as well was because I always think it's important to sounds a bit deep, but look within.
No.
Right? And like, I remember there was a guy who I used to sort of know during the pandemic putting up comedy videos, right? And my instinct was going, oh shit, I don't know why you fucking put that. I was like that. I was being like that. I didn't post. I didn't comment.
In your head,
And I had to sort of
DM'd it.
yeah. But then I'd done a sort of like a bit of soul search. Why am I reacting like this? Because it's nothing. It's just a geezer troll. And I just realised it was jealousy. It was me. Just, and that's exactly what trolls are. It's just
it's 100%.
But it's that thing of actually being honest with yourself.
Yeah.
And then
that's the first stage as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like
that's it.
Yeah.
And that is the one thing about like comedy is quite, especially stand-up comedy. I find it quite therapeutic because basically what you're doing is standing up there taking the piss out of yourself.
Yeah.
And it makes you look within to, realise you got to just take the piss out of yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, that's essentially what you're doing. You're telling people who you are and making it funny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, self-awareness is like, if you got self-awareness and be able to like take criticism, then you fucking...
I think it's the biggest, the number one ingredient for a stand-up comedian is self-awareness. Because the ones when you see like someone bombing on stage, the worst ones to see are the ones where they're just oblivious to how they're coming across.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? There's a sort of like they're the ones, because the trick is to get sort of, well, I've only been doing that long, but what I've learned is the trick is to get up there and make them feel safe.
Yeah.
Make them that's why a lot of comedians come on and they'll do that classic, I know what you're thinking, and then take the piss out of the way they look. It's letting people know that I know what you're thinking. Like we're in this together.
It's almost like the Eminem approach, isn't it? When he
8 Mile.
When he's like, and then you got nothing left. Then you're like,
That's it. It's exactly what it is. Yeah.
That's cool.
How do you deal with it? You get hecklers a lot, or
not that bad.
No.
That's always like a question people are, and it's not. I'm not. I mean, it will happen, but I mean, I don't know if it's more of a. No, it's going to happen tonight now, isn't it?
Have you got like a load of things like in the bag, like ready? Do you ever think about?
You just got to act on instinct. I remember someone told me once that like if they say something, you just say something back.
Yeah.
Because what people just laugh at how quick it was. And then later on they'll probably work it. Makes sense.
Saying about his mum for.
Yeah. This is exactly what it is. But
when something happens and then you're in the shower in the evening, you're like, oh, fucking hell, I should have.
I
don't know why, but when you have a shower, it all comes back.
I always have fake arguments in the shower. I'm well hard in the shower.
What is it?
We'll clip that.
What is it about the shower and having fake arguments in the shower? That's always the place, isn't it?
I make fake arguments. So I do. Like,
if I was in the shower, you would fucking.
I am like that because even in driving when you're about to have an argument with someone, I'm going to fucking say that, and I'm going to fuck, and I go in there and start like my heart starts beating, words are coming out, I start crying. It's not going how I wanted it to. Why are you crying? Get all emotional and that. I'm supposed to be hard.
I'm just gonna go for a shower.
It's my happy place.
Come back all wet. You're finished.
I'll go into the shower. That's the real me.
Fucking hell.
shall we talk about Palace?
Talk about Palace.
Shall we talk about Palace?
Yeah.
Avid Palace fan?
I'm Palace fan. I didn't renew my season ticket this year though.
You didn't?
No.
Why?
No, just because towards the end of last season, there's loads of games I weren't going to. Do you know what I mean? So I just thought, I'm still a member though, so I can still do.
What do you think their chances are this year?
We're looking alright.
I think you're doing all right. You miss Gallagher though.
Miss Gallagher, but I mean, he's not doing the best at Chelsea, is he?
Well, no, but you've missed the window as well, so there's no chance of getting him back.
But I'm just saying, like, I hope he's kicking himself.
Well, yeah. I mean, he got sent off. Did he get sent off?
Yeah.
Does it feel kind of good to watch him though be doing bad? You're like, wanker.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. He's not a wanker. He was so good. He was so good for Palace. But, no, I don't know. I think obviously it's classic Palace results so far, and it just that sort of drawing, losing, winning the first half, then lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought that the Liverpool game was promising.
Yeah.
I like that back five approach. I thought he was going to stick with that.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Mixed it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I reckon you finished top half for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Below Fulham.
Yeah, I do like what Vieira's doing. Playing the long game, I think.
Yeah.
And Eze, he's
Zaha as well this year though. I know he's always been one of your stalwarts, but scoring goals this year, isn't he?
He is.
He's got some. He's in my dream team. Got some points.
That was a cracker in the week, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was a great goal.
Yeah. No,
he's talented. I just don't like. He's like Fernandes for me.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Fucking whingers, man.
I get the impression that he's one of them ones that sort of like when a child and he's like positive reinforcement. Do you know what I mean? Like, I need a bit of that. Yeah,
I mean, we all do.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, you're doing really well.
I think he likes being the man in the team, though, doesn't he? Like, he
Yeah.
likes being like the main guy.
Yeah.
Because some people just enjoy that.
I think it is. It
Yeah.
literally is that thing. Like, you know, like I do it to my son. Like, you're a grown-up boy, you are, and he starts acting. Acting really grown up. Do you know what I mean? I think maybe some people just need a bit of that.
Oh yeah, as a whole, definitely does.
How old are your kids, Jack?
7 and 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
2, what?
Eldest is a boy, and I've got my girl.
Oh, okay.
But my boy, he's like the soft, like sort of quite emotional, and then my girl's like hard.
Is the girl 7?
She's 7.
Oh, so I got a 7-year-old girl as well. Yeah.
She's like
and a 10-year-old.
Because I was saying this, when blokes always, the macho bloke, I want to have a son, I want to have a. But it's like that makes you realise it means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It does not mean a thing.
I always thought before I had kids, I was like, I always thought I wanted a son. I don't know why. I think it's a man thing. But I had girls, and I was like, fucking, I love it.
Yeah. She's got like proper attitude. My little girl. I love it. I tried to get my boy into football, got him into a team, and he was just like, it's that thing we just didn't take to it, and you just have to sort of deal with that, didn't you?
Yeah.
You think, oh, maybe that was my thing as a kid.
Yeah,
It's just,
yeah.
not yours.
Because that's it, like me. I think when I have a kid, I'd like to have a boy because I want to play football.
Yeah.
And they might not like it.
But then watching the women in the Euros,
smashed
maybe
it, exactly,
maybe it's better off to have a girl.
You've got to have it. Yeah, you've got to do that thing where they might not do what you want them to do.
Yeah.
They might not have the same interest. My boy's into.
The men are never going to win the World Cup, are they? So
exactly.
you know what I mean. My only hope of going to a World Cup final and watching my my daughter win it.
But my boy's into Fortnite.
Not happy about it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
My girls, I play fight with them.
I want to say.
They love fighting, and they're like, but it's really weird. If they're like, Dad, can we fight tonight, please? Like, let's have a fight. And I'm like, yeah. But like, other night we were like have a play fight and like, throw them around, and they love it.
Do your kids watch YouTube?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm careful with it.
Drives me mad.
Yeah, it's a
But then
slippery
also it's
slope.
that thing of like, I'm sort of trying to do stuff at the moment where I'm like doing well on like social media, and it's like part of what I do, and I can't sort of having a go at them for watching it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it's,
It's good babysitter.
It drives me mad. Yeah, but it's so.
It's bad. I'm careful with what I let them watch.
Yeah, but it's just them like people in America with just like, home videos type stuff.
Yeah, America's really.
It's bizarre. Or the one where they're watching children play with toys.
Oh yeah, unwrap gifts.
Yeah, what is
Or
that?
they're not
that.
watching you, and you're like, "Fucking hell, where's the support?
Yeah,
Supported you your whole life.
You're like, no,
Okay,
here's my
no,
YouTube
come on.
channel. Just I need the hours.
Get the
Keep
views.
watching that.
Get the views up."
They are the stars of one of my most successful videos, the Roadman.
Oh yeah,
I
I've
like
seen
the
it.
Roadman.
Yeah.
They're in them, and like they love being on.
Oh, bless them.
They love being on that.
Would you ever do like a YouTube thing with kids on, or is it?
Well, like that, like them people in America.
Yeah.
I could do probably like a piss
A joke,
take.
yeah,
I could
yeah.
do. That's the only thing with like me with the online
That'd be
stuff is
fun.
I'm just not the technical side of things. I'm useless. Like I've blagged it so far.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's all you get. I think the technical side of things, and like I'd love to like do like YouTube stuff and all that, but I just don't.
It's a lot of work.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it.
It's a lot of.
literally
The
what
thing
it
is, though, if you can just do it with your phone without having to do all the technical stuff, it just shows how like creative and like gifted you are. Because like some people just can't. Some people have to add all that
you need
cinematic
trickery.
stuff in there
that's it.
because they haven't got nothing behind it.
But there are. You do learn as you're doing more like online comedy that there are like a few, because what you're trying to do with this sort of fast, they call
Scrolling.
it scrolling and all that. You're trying to catch their attention.
Yeah.
It's essentially the aim of the game.
100%. Attention is
what you're
the
trying
currency.
to do. And I think there's certain little tricks and skills that skill is the wrong word, but little tricks you can do to help that, because that's all you want to do.
Yeah,
is get
capture and
get people in
quick as well.
And I think like one of the key things is the relatability factor.
I
I think one of the main
Yeah.
things I've learned is people want to feel like they're a part of it.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
You're talking to them. Do you know what I
You
mean?
do
Your
a lot of your
stuff,
stuff is it'd be like a bank holiday weekend or the sun or like very like English relatable stuff.
That's the trick, because then people want to.
Because that you see yourself in it.
Because what you learn, what you learn to do, I guess what observational comedy is, isn't it? Is you go, you think something and you just think like, I can't be the only one.
Yeah.
I remember because one of my a big one to blow up was did one about mums and their sons. You know, like when a bloke he's been horrible to missus, he moves back in with his mum, and the mum like stands by him.
No matter what he's done. Yeah.
I was fitting a carpet, and that was playing out live in front of me.
Really?
This geezer was just a wrong un. Do you know what I mean? He was and his mum was, you work hard. You know what I mean?
She's lucky to have you.
Beer. He's like gambled all the money away. He's a wrong un. You could just see he's a wrong un. She's defending him. Like,
that's so true, though, isn't it? Your mums will just defend you to the earth.
Yeah,
he's a hard worker.
Yeah, exactly. But they say that sort of stuff just plays out.
That's so funny.
I think that is why I've done all right at observations and stuff. It's being in people's houses. I'm on the front line.
Yeah,
you know
you see it. Yeah.
And what happens if you see like if you see something twice?
Yeah.
In two different households, and it's happened.
You're like, okay,
that must happen to fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is the key to like. I mean, when you see like the best stand-ups,
it's all relatable.
They pinpoint something where you go,
Peter Kay back in the day used to be so good at that.
That's it.
I remember him saying like about how fast could you run in your slippers or something, and it's like it was true, isn't it? Like how fast you could.
I love
Mickey Flanagan's.
I don't know what it was.
I love the ones where they get into your psyche more. They fit. I remember Russell Brandle done one when he goes, when you're having a serious wank, he goes, the sort of wank that's embarrassing when the cat walks in. I always remember that. But the thing is with like that is having the boldness to say it. You can say that and people I ain't got clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, it could be really dark.
Because you can't say that without experiencing it.
Exactly. And then you say, do you ever get that feeling? And people go, I ain't got a clue what you're talking about. No, I was only joking.
Do you, because you do like characters, and like I always find it fascinating. You'll have one character and another. It's both you, but so do you write stuff out to?
I never write anything.
Really?
Purely because I'm just.
Why just off the dome?
Well, no, I just store it in my head.
Okay.
Like, and I sort of act it out a few times. How I'm very much like visual. I can't write. I can't read my own writing. Do you know what I mean? So it's
really?
Like, I have to sort of see it. I have to see how it'll be.
So when you're doing it, you're like, you play this character and then you switch and you're that character. Or
that was what you talk about, the one in the van, mate.
Yeah, the one in the van. Yeah.
That sort of comes about. It's just like the straight guy and then the comedy character.
Yeah.
That's basically all that is. So
okay.
you just put a bit more into the one who's being funny. Just do a bit, and it just naturally comes about. But that's the annoying thing with any like the way I write things and is I can't just sit down and go, right, I'm gonna write something now.
Okay.
Well, I can, but it's like it's more I have to sit down and get an idea. Then I have to sort of work. But sometimes something will happen where I just get in like a flow of, and it just cut. Even with stand up, like I did this thing where I'll think of something, and it'll be like I'll think of the next logical 3 jokes. And it will just come up straight away.
Perfect.
Try it, and it works.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get into
it's just a flow process.
And then you get other times where you're really trying to. The worst way to write sometimes is you look at something, you look at a table. What's funny about table?
Just try and force it.
It's hard.
Yeah, that's general creativity. When you're like, I think even your brain works. Like when you're trying to actually do a task.
Yeah, for sure.
It's more difficult. But when you're like in a different zone, you just flow a lot better.
When I first started, what used to happen? I did this thing where I did a video for Wayne Lineker, and like me and him were in the video, and that's the first time my Instagram started to get numbers. It's so hard to grow on Instagram.
Yeah, so hard now.
And then it started to grow, and I thought, I've got a bit of opportunity where I've got exposure, and I felt like I've got to stay on this sort of trajectory. I mean, going up. So I did this thing where I said, right, I'm going to write a sketch every single day. And I just woke up in the morning, and you should try this. I don't know if it might be bullshit, but it worked for me, right? There's a thing called binaural beats, right? It's like it's music, and you can have it for anything, for sleep. There's one for creativity. It's just these sounds.
Really?
And I just sit there in the morning, have a coffee, just sit there and like close my eyes and go, think of something, and stuff would always just come up.
That's interesting.
And then I'd write it, and then so it'd just be like an idea, just be like something I find relatable or something.
Yeah.
And then while that was on, just then write the sketch in my head. And
that's cool.
And sometimes when I got to that point where I was getting so into it, some mornings I'd write three sketches in the morning where it just
naturally coming.
It's a muscle, isn't it? You just got to keep. I have sort of I've got to try and get back into that.
Yeah.
You get momentum, don't you?
Yeah,
getting that.
It's like the gym, isn't it? Like you'll do that thing where you'll go in phase of you going to the gym a lot. I'm feeling great.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stop going.
yeah.
I don't know what that.
It's weird. Yeah, you smash it for a while,
Yeah.
get comfortable. I've done it in loads of things,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you're just like, yeah, I'm all right now.
I think there's a part of your brain that just because
Yeah.
your brain wants the comfortable. Doesn't it?
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
brain,
always.
Your brain just wants to
Always,
sit
yeah.
on the sofa and eat
Yeah.
pizza and do nothing. But
Yeah.
I think if you constantly fight against that, then you're
Yeah,
it's tricky. It's tricky.
You'll be a better person.
Yeah.
For sure.
100%.
Yeah,
I know that's
would-
another thing I
yeah.
did though. I gave up boozing for 6 months.
Yeah.
When I first met you, didn't I?
Yeah,
It was-
yeah.
I was he went for. I had to watch him drink a pint.
And you do like a drink as well.
Oh,
don't you?
Danny's-
I do like a drink.
Yeah, I don't
Danny's
think you
is-
could do 6 minutes.
Fuck off.
But no,
6
6
hours.
months,
6 hours would be hard. Not 6 minutes.
But it was that was. But that was when I was at my most. It was. I was really creative. And
Yeah.
like motivated, and then it just
Yeah.
that you have that one moment you go, I'm bored. Okay,
Mine's
get back
like
in.
I can. It's if I go out and get absolutely like wankered. That
yeah.
kills my
Mojo.
creativity.
Yeah,
Like
that's it,
if I
yeah.
have, if
Mojo
I have a
killer.
few beers or whatever, that's fine. But like if I'm hungover, that'll kill me off for about a
Yeah.
week,
Yeah.
and then you're like, it takes me so long to get back into the creative
Yeah.
space after that.
I think that was also, but it could be that thing where sometimes it could be like sometimes you feel like you have to sort of self-sabotage a little bit.
Oh
don't you?
yeah,
Yeah.
It just feels too steady.
Yeah,
You get that part of the
yeah.
brain. I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
that's
there is
like-
a part,
yeah.
there's the
Yeah.
legit part of your brain that
Yeah.
that does that. As soon
Yeah.
as you're like, as soon
Things
as
are
you're
going
comfortable
well.
and everything's so well, you're like, oh, this is a bit weird. Let's fucking fuck it all up.
Well, I always feel like again when I'm in that when you're in that like flow,
Sketch there.
yeah, you're in that flow stage though, and everything's good. You get like it's kind of like you get these like endorphins, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I'm gonna have a big night tonight."
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you take it
It's
way
a
too
vicious,
far.
It's a vicious circle.
Yeah, you
again.
take it way too far, and then the next day you wake up and you're
Yeah,
like,
you humble
"Oh,
yourself.
This is
You
gonna,
proper
it's
humble
gonna take me a
yourself.
week to get my
What, do
creativity
you know what I did
back.
when I first had a drink after 6 months? I had like a few pints. I thought this is mature. Like, I'll have a Guinness. Actually. You know what I mean?
How long did that last?
But that's me because it becomes that thing where it creeps in. Doesn't it?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it was that it was that one where you go. It was a Friday night. When
Oh,
you go out
just
and
shake a
and a
shot.
nice Sunday, and then it's like just Tuesday. Cans on a Tuesday. Like, what the fuck? You know what the thing is with me and my drinking, I remember this during the pandemic, like a few beers. I'm great after a few beers, and it just gets what.
Yeah,
like, 'cause
it's
Yeah.
I
it's
would
not a
know-
good line.
I remember this, like going down the shop, get my first 4 cans, right, and it's I'm just boring. I mean, I'm just sort of like hello, Raj, right, mate? And it's like, and then I would go down for my second lot. Hello, Raj, how you doing, mate? I'm such a nicer bloke, do you know what I mean? But then when I go down for the last 12,
It's like,
fucking-
you're not allowed in.
yeah, exactly.
You're banned.
Yeah.
It's like you haven't paid. Hey!
Fuck off, Raj.
Yeah, so that's the it's that tipping point. And you'll always end up back there,
Yeah.
but you take it too far.
It's bad, isn't it? Because you always know. I'm the same. Like 2-3 cans, I think I'm quite happy, and I know I should stop. But at 3 cans, 4, I'm always like, whew, this is not. And then you go more.
I feel like you're like, I'm in a good place, but I feel like it could.
One more.
I feel like it could get just
Yeah.
a bit better,
Yeah.
and then it's like you go past.
I realise
the
what it is
point
with
of
me.
no
When as soon
return.
as I have a beer, I settle in. My
Yeah.
mind is 100 miles an hour all the time, like,
Yeah.
and I'm always thinking of the next move, and
Yeah,
I'm that I can't switch off.
Yeah.
It's like it drives everyone around me mad because I can't switch off. I'm always thinking of
Yeah.
something. And if I have a beer,
It helps.
I settle in a little bit,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
a bit more present. Do you know what I mean? I can just sort of I'm actually there.
100%.
Are you always thinking of like ideas and skits and
Yeah, but
different
this is the
things?
thing. It probably is some sort of form of ADHD or something, to be honest, because it's that thing of like, from the moment I wake up to when I go to bed, I just don't stop thinking
Yeah.
about comedy. I don't stop thinking.
That's
about
good
it, do you
though.
know what I mean?
That's passion.
Yeah.
That's
That's like
how
me
you
with
fucking-
t-shirts, mate. Fucking
Yeah.
t-shirts, and I just constantly that's all I think about.
Yeah.
I'll be walking down the road, I'll be just looking at that. But like I say, it's because that's like what I love doing. Like
Yeah.
yours is comedy, so you're probably constantly
But
thinking
I am
about.
thinking of maybe trying to. I've been thinking about this last few days, getting like a burner phone type thing with no apps on it and all that, just
Yeah.
like and have like an hour
Yeah,
a day
yeah.
just to
Yeah.
do a bit of that. So,
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm not even particularly. I'm not much of a scroller myself. I don't really. But it's just
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know why. It's just that thing of like, oh, here's a fault. Let's push that. Let's suppress
Yeah.
that by just looking at something.
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
trying
Let
to
it
be
flow.
creative,
Yeah.
look about.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
And I think it's a better way to be, isn't it? You're going to
Yeah.
be better off.
We
doing
always say that, like whenever we want to think about a collection or we're doing something, like just get out, go and
Yeah.
meet people, go to like just go somewhere, because like or do like I always find if I play football after football, like I always get thoughts and ideas.
So when you're out and about though, you get so into what's going on, then it's hard to like write down the idea or something as well. I always find like
I think it's not so much for going and getting ideas.
Oh yeah,
it's just letting the shutters up. Just I mean,
let your mind up.
I remember I was listening to a recording of Sean Locke before like one of his last gigs before he died. And it was a bit he was doing, a joke about it. He said he was on a train and everyone was on their phones and that. And he goes, I just look out the window, I just think about things. And I think, that's why he was so good. His mind was open just to think about things, you know?
That's the thing, when you're scrolling and stuff on your phone, you're not thinking about anything. You're just literally, your mind's occupied on that.
Yeah, it's just numbing.
Whatever,
and you're not even enjoying it.
No, you don't even. I find myself, it's weird. I'm conscious of it, but sometimes I just you go to do something and then you check, and then I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, I'm literally sitting here wasting time, and it's I think they've said it's a bit like a gambling habit with the like the reels going up and down, and you don't even know what you like. Nothing's going to come next, and you're like, do you know, I'm so glad I did that extra 30 seconds and watched that.
Yeah.
That's changed my day.
But I think as well, people like us, where we're sort of like, we've got a presence online or trying to do something, our brand to say, right?
Yeah.
You're sort of. It's that endorphin hit, isn't it? Where someone could be DMing me, or someone could, something could be going off, or something.
Yeah,
because you're
don't want to miss out.
Yeah, you sort of feel, and you need that little. It is like a little hit, a little endorphin hit, and it's.
Oh, Dan's done another speech. Get him.
You what?
Just an ongoing joke now. Sorry.
I reckon your speeches would be good.
They would be.
They are.
They are.
If I do say so myself. They are.
So first time you got up on the stage, what was you? Did you feel alright, or was you?
Well, no, because that was
breaking it.
When I said before about that little it was the end of the workshop.
Yeah,
it was the show. So it was like it was a very warm.
Yeah.
Sort
warm
of was
environment.
Always going to go well type thing, but I think it is a good way to do it because
you're not going in.
It eases you in a little bit, and I think the thing is because I spent like a year writing jokes before I could even get on stage. It was like I was sort of like because of the pandemic, I was sort of like incubated. Do you know what I mean? Just instead of just getting up there. Yeah. I don't know if I would have been able to do it without some sort of like workshop or they just teach you like a few rules and a few things or what people do wrong. Do you know what I mean? You just learn to avoid them.
I didn't even know they did that. That's really cool. Really cool thing. I think people would be interested in that.
But then what you do because it's sort of like when you do they say that your driving lesson, you don't learn to start driving until you're on the road.
Yeah, of course.
That type of thing. It's the same thing of giving you all the skill, but then you do have that moment when you go like into the wild, like doing proper gigs, and like because I had this weird thing where like first one went well, second one well, third, and it was all got. I was like, oh fucking this is easy. You know what I mean? And then I went and done one in Brighton, and it was so humbling.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, it just didn't work. It was just like I was like, oh, okay.
This is it. Yeah. Well, it's good though, isn't it, to have that feeling to go, okay, well.
Yeah.
So there's the high.
You have to go through that.
Yeah, I always think like whenever there's points of like resistance, it's just something to overcome to get better. Do you know what I mean? So it's like
experience as well.
It's like when you like when I was saying before where I crashed after that competition. Like I sort of do this thing now where I try to embrace it, but even though like you're feeling low, you're feeling shit, or you're feeling like something's not working, or there's something problem. Instead of just going, oh, that's fucking I think it's the time to maybe just like embrace it and go right. Because if you want to keep progressing and get better,
part of the process.
It's that thing of right. There's a resistance here. What do I need to do to level up from this? Do you know what I mean? And I think that's how you get good.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
How many gigs down are you now?
I stopped counting.
Did you?
I stopped counting for that reason that is. I think you should see it as not like it's just a thing that you do. It's like a thing to be counted or a thing that you're a part of. It's part of I'm going to stop at 1,000. I mean, I just I'm always conscious of that. I'm always conscious of not having like superstitious rituals before I go on stage or trying to. Do you know what I mean? You do that, like I have to wear that certain ring or that because if you forget it,
you're putting control in something else.
Yeah, exactly. I try not to do it and just try and. But you're always the thing is with the craft of it. You're always learning, and something won't go well, and you'll think, why don't that thing that there's so many things that because essentially you are just telling jokes, but you got different rooms, different crowds, different. It's all. And I think that being present in the room is one of them key things. You wanna when I first started, it was very much like, and here's a joke.
Okay,
Here's
yeah,
another
yeah,
joke.
yeah.
You're just sort of saying a lot, but it's that you got. I think Bill Burr said a thing. I'm paraphrasing, but basically what he was saying is like when you're sitting around with your mates in the pub having a laugh, you'll say something funny and people will laugh, but no one's going, "No, you're very brave, aren't you?" You know what I mean? It's just you just think of something funny.
Yeah, that's true.
Weirdly, when you get up.
When it's more people.
When you change the dynamic, you could just be sitting around with 10 people having a laugh, put a microphone in your hand, get on a stage.
Yeah.
Just everything changes. He said what you're trying to do is you get far removed from that person who's just sitting around a table.
Yeah.
And the craft is getting back to being that person sitting around the table just having a laugh. Do you know what I mean? It's tricky. It is tricky to get there.
Yeah.
And it's also that thing as well. You could have like. You could have had a row with a missus. You could be having things you might think, I'll make people laugh.
Yeah.
So
not trying to be funny.
That can be a struggle.
Do you know, obviously, like with size of room and does it matter if there's 100 or 200 or 300? Would that matter anymore?
Bigger the better.
Bigger the better. Okay, cool.
Because I'd say because it's more statistically, there's more chance of someone liking it.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah.
And then like you sort of. I think it's that energy you get.
Yeah.
Get back. Well, it's not a thing. I'd say it's more scary. The bigger the crowd, the more scary it is before you go on.
Yeah.
If you go on and get that first laugh,
then
you're bang. You're in the zone.
Yeah.
It is. I do find it quite because I said before, like my mind's always going. Being on stage when it's working is that one moment when my mind isn't going.
Yeah.
I feel so present. It's all you're thinking about. You're not thinking about gas bill.
Yeah.
It's just you're just there. Do you know what I mean? I think that is a good feeling.
That's cool.
I mean that's called flow, isn't it?
Flow,
That's it.
Yeah.
Flow state, yeah.
Yeah.
We were just talking about you mentioned like flow state, and there's like just a few like trigger words. Which do you like watch any sort of like inspirational people online that sort of get you motivated to sort of do what you do, or do you just get your sort of motivation from other comedians?
That's good. I go in like phases of being into certain. I mean, sometimes it's. Yeah, I usually maybe go down the gym and you put on them. American blokes going,
the motivation,
giving it and all that. Yeah. And then sometimes you work hard. Yeah, it's quite nice for a bit, and then you do go, off.
Yeah.
But I think all that is true. What they're saying, all that.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose I do sometimes. I'm trying to find what else I find for motivation. I'm quite into like psychology. Like I quite like
that
sort of inspires me.
It's just like say you mentioned like the flow state, and it's like
I
can't imagine like I don't know like my mum talking about flow state or something. It's kind of something that you kind of have to be into.
Yeah, it links in with psychology as well. Like I think you mentioned about like reading a room and like that. So I think there's layers to comedy, and like say by you operating in different rooms, you're like reading the room and tonality as well. Like a lot of comedies in like I've seen timing and tonality. Yeah. It's something like I think psychology is that thing of like because like comedy is the thing that I'm obsessed with and can't stop thinking about, and in psychology is like the second thing. Like that's the thing that like if I'm not looking up.
I was gonna say like do you study those little things to try and again?
Yeah, like I'm all like body language and stuff, and then like I love like Carl Jung, things like that. Really into that sort of stuff and like the unconscious brain and all that sort of stuff.
I'm a massive fan of like the
because
we like subconscious
all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I find it like fascinating, like what your brain will like navigate and do when you kind of lead it.
Because it's what I do. Like if I'm quiet somewhere, all I'm doing is like just watching people and just I'm sort of am like fascinated by how people and like going back to what we were saying before. This is why I think as well. It's like I think. There's different levels of intelligence, right? And I ain't got like any qualifications or anything like that. But I think like the highest form of intelligence is self-awareness.
Mm-hmm.
and being able to read. Like you can,
Yeah.
and I do it a lot in my act. Like I play on being uneducated because it gives you a good. I love do you know the comedian? He died now, but Norm Macdonald,
No.
American comedian. If you get into Norm Macdonald, he was a highly intelligent. They found out he was a highly intelligent. He graduated when he was 14, like super intelligent, but he played dumb.
Yeah,
Because it gave him room to
leverage.
To be, because you never want to be like above people looking down.
Yeah.
You want to be
and conscious as well with the words that you use, because as well, like we get to a level of schooling and reading and stuff where your level is at a point. But like I say, it's a relatability. So if you're talking and speaking up here, like I say, you got to be very careful that people don't think you're speaking down to them or above them. And
you get it a lot in I think sometimes a lot of comedians like me, if I'm on stage, I'm 100% trying to make you laugh. That's all. That's my stance. That's where I'm coming from. But I think a lot of comedy is like I'm 50% trying to make you laugh. 50% I'm going to try and show off about how intelligent I am.
Oh yeah,
just that type of thing of like and they're just giving you throwing like. I don't care. I don't care how clever you are. I want to hear about how times you fucked up and how dumb you are. I mean, that's what that's what I like. That's what I like to. That's how I like to consume comedy. You know.
Yeah.
You are the fool. You know what I mean, and like telling us about how times. It's such a comforting thing, I think, when you see a comedian telling you how you fucked up and then relating to it.
Yeah.
And then making you feel like, because that's what you want, isn't it?
My favourite comments are all like, it's all relatable stuff or stories that are relatable. Like if it's like one-liner, intelligent, witty stuff after another, it's okay. There's certain comedians that are like really good at that, but it's like it's not something that's gonna.
I found like what it is with say like TikTok, you can do relatable videos, and all you really have to do is show them or tell them the observation. You just go, people do this, don't they? And they go, oh yeah. But when with stand up, there's loads of bits. I've got a few bits in my stand up where I've found that the observation on TikTok or Instagram, and then I can sort of do it as a longer bit of stand up where I unpack it and take it in different, and try things with it. Because I think it's just online. It's just fast, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're not watching a Netflix special. You're not. No. You just want a quick. It's not a story or a build up. You can so you can just draw from. That's something I want to start doing more. Is going back on stuff that I know has worked and trying to make it as stand up. Because the thing with stand up is just finding them premises. When you get a strong premise. So the writing just takes over. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I've been thinking of doing lately, is going back over my stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you record your stuff? Like, say if you're up performing, would you like put a GoPro on and record?
Oh, I do. I just do like a voice notes.
Oh, voice notes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just record that and listen. But the thing is, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to listen back to the ones that haven't gone well, so you can.
Oh, so you can
but
learn.
I just listen to the ones where I've smashed.
All attack,
just wanking.
Yeah.
That was so good.
That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, so I'm not doing that right.
So like the jokes that say bomb.
Yeah.
Like, is there a purpose from the bombing? Is it the way you tell them, or like?
Yeah,
so when you say you're meant to work on the jokes that fail, like how?
Because sometimes you do. There's a couple of ways, but there's sometimes there'll be a thing where you'll in your head. Because I don't write anything else in my head, and I go, oh, that's good. And as you say it out loud, you're like, what the fuck am I doing? It's the first time you've said it. You know what I mean? And you're thinking, what?
Okay.
But sometimes there'll be you get where you think, oh, that doesn't fit my persona. That doesn't.
Right.
I could, you could probably have wrote that joke for someone else, and someone else would have done it better because it makes no sense. Like there's one thing I'm quite conscious of. I don't know if I'll do it in the future or what, but I don't like telling jokes about like any like sex or anything like that, because I just think like laddish type thing with tattoos and everything. They're going to be expecting it.
Yeah.
And I feel it's a little bit like, you know what I mean? Of course he's going to be joking about that. I try and do things that are like, not what's in your persona, but not something they're just expecting. It's like sort of like you think it's like hack to do it. Do you know what I mean? Not that there's anything wrong with doing sex jokes or anything. Like there are comedians who are brilliant at it. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, if I do it, it just comes across as like, of course he's doing that. Do you know what I mean? And also you want your appeal to be broad as well, don't you? Do you know what I mean? Like I was conscious because I started doing quite a few jokes, TikToks and stuff about like come downs and like after parties and all that. And I thought I don't want to go too down this route. Do you know what I mean? Because I think it's gonna. Because all my stuff is just like trying to do stuff that happens to me from experience. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like
as well. I suppose like so many people actually like live that life that it can be an easy one to go to. Do you know what I mean? Where a lot of people.
I just think you never want to be pigeonholed though, do you?
That's what I mean.
Good to be broad.
And you just want to do you, and the people that have picked that up and enjoy it, then you're always sort of playing to your own.
But the main thing I'm going for, because I don't want to drift too far into laddie. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not really like that anyway. I mean, like, so watch football, got tattoos, like beer, but then also I'm a sensitive soul. You know what I mean?
And like say you got a family.
I just want to be. I'm trying to. I just want to be that everyday bloke. That's what I'm trying to do.
I really like your just like your real stuff as well. You just like it's not a joke or anything. You're just on there talking about an observation. And it's funny. And
I quite enjoy doing them.
And I really like them because it's like, I don't know. You can see the real you as well, and it's I can't. I don't know if that's more recent thing, but
do you know what? I enjoy doing them, but I'm conscious of doing them now because I'm thinking I did that one that's like it blew up proper. I thought it was a good observation about the people who have the slightly tanned thumbs up.
The cracked me up.
White people. And I thought, and it's like
cracked me up.
I realised though that would have been
funny.
great as a bit of stand up. But the element of surprise has gone out of it now.
But it was brilliant though because it was just you talking and it's fucking funny and like you're laughing with it, but it's not like a set up joke. It's just chatting.
It's an observation.
It's like being down the pub and like your mate. He's like, "Oh mate, you've seen this," and you're like. I was cracking up with that.
It's true though. I didn't realise how many people relate. And do you know what I like doing? My favourite thing to do though is I like calling people out on it. When they go, "Oh fuck, I do that." I mean,
but it's when they've been on holiday. Like people on holiday, it's always just slightly tanned. It's not meant for that. It's not actually meant for when you go away. You get, I've got a bit of tan. I'll do an upgrade.
That's that mental. Like you think that, like, because that's the bit I thought was like, they expect you. I know how white you are. I'm not going to watch this, look at this, and go like, oh, he's looking well, isn't he? Like, I know. I want
in a way.
Yeah. But when I see you, I know you're white. Like, what are you trying to? I don't know what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I always just go. I'm a standard yellow emoji. Like,
but that's what I do. I don't want to get too into dodgy territory. But that's what I was trying to say. Is like, I don't want to. Yeah, like, do you want a McDonald's? Yeah, but I don't really want to bring race into it.
Yeah.
As a white man, yes, I do want McDonald's.
But if someone changes it, I'm just like, I'm yellow. I don't know. I don't know what
you've
to.
You've gone through the effort to pick.
Now you've changed. I'm like, do I have to change back? Or I'm not just yellow. I mean, yellow.
I was thinking of something the other day actually about WhatsApp and all that. It's, like it's a new level of friendship in it when you get into voice notes.
I'm not a voice note.
No, so I'm not. And I find it, but someone will leave me a voice note and then I type back. And then they send a voice note back and it's like, okay, they really want me to voice note. I can't do it. I feel weird.
I just think it's like, I reckon it's an alpha move, isn't it? If someone without texting you first, straight with a voice note,
they're confident,
and then you feel obliged to voice note it back.
Oh no, I don't give in. I don't.
I think a voice note. I do it when I'm driving things out sometimes.
That's what I don't mind a voice note from 9 till 5. If you're dropping voice notes from like. You're not that busy at 8 o'clock on the evening. Come on,
it's only people that I'm truly comfortable with.
It is alpha. You're right. It is I'm dominant and I feel confident in my voice.
And I'll re-record it. How did I sound?
The first time you ever done one, you're like. Oh no, I've done it, but you don't want to let go of it because you're like, then it's going to send. You're just there. I'm just going to let the battery run out on the phone and I'll do it.
You know how egotistical you are when you listen back to your own, just to see how did I come across? I want to make sure I come across.
A tangent on that. I was like, we love a film. I Love You, Man. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Yeah. But like, if you notice on that, he always does like little recordings and he says weird stuff after he's like, I don't know.
I don't know when he's
the
nickname. He calls him Jobin.
Jobin. Like we used to do it all the time, like have these little things, but that's me on a voicemail. I leave a voicemail and I'm like, see you later, dude. And I'm like, I don't usually say dudes like that.
I am the biggest I'll read into something I've just sent so much, especially if I don't get a reply straight away. Which I think, what did I say? Like, what?
That's the
does he hate me? Like, well, no, but that is my personal favorite sketch that I did about 2 or 3 of them. I loved doing them, right? Because I just used to record myself and then chop it all up. It was just like sending a text and panicking about the text. I enjoyed I feel like I'm going to repost them because I want people to see because I enjoy doing. Yeah, when you do that thing of like, especially when you were like on the dating scene. And you text and they don't reply straight away, and you just start the panic that comes over you. You're making up scenarios.
You've got all these stories in your head. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's dangerous, isn't it?
Do a voice note one.
The worst is getting the blue ticks, 2 blue ticks on WhatsApp.
Yeah, not
and not replying.
Yeah.
Like they've gone. I've read that.
Oh.
Fuck you. I'm not going to reply. Like what is it?
It's the most infuriating thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that is painful. Because I'm so I don't like being late. I get all like stressed and flustered and keep calling. I'll be there.
Yeah.
And you realise how chilled other people are.
Yeah. That's the thing. You think everyone's thinking the same as you, but just people got loads of different stuff going on.
You guys are pretty chilled as well.
Oh, we're awful.
Way too chilled.
We're like,
I'm pretty I'm pretty on point.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, we've got to meet here. We've got to do this.
Yeah.
These guys, fuck
awful.
hell.
Yeah.
What
I do, and it's the worst thing about like I read a message and I'm like, and I think of the reply, and then something else comes up, but I think I've replied in my head, and then I'm like, oh, and like in my head I'm like, yeah, that's cool, that's fine.
I think my emails on my phone actually got to like 9,999.
Yeah.
But this is why we're all pieces of shit though. It's because you've got a league of who's important in your head. You'll reply to the one you want.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know what I mean? But as soon as that person,
To be fair,
he never gets replied.
Absolutely fuck all about me.
If Dan phones me every time,
we're fucked.
Right, mate.
Yeah. We're fucked.
It's only
They actually hate us.
Yeah.
But that's what you've got to stay. Like this thing about staying humble and staying conscious in it. Because when even like on the open mic circuit, when you are that guy who no one knows and you're just turning up and no one will talk to you, and then all of a sudden you're accepted into the clan. Remember, there are people coming up. You just take. You do it. And sometimes I'll do it. I walk away and go. And then I'll beat myself up. Did I give that person enough time? Because now I'm just thinking about myself and hanging around with the cool comedians. You've got to really try and be conscious of it. But it is hard.
Yeah, it's a strange one, the replying thing. I've always been shit replying though.
I have, yeah. I'm just.
You are fucking.
James is worse than me.
Awful.
Yeah.
He's actually not bad. You are awful.
Yeah. I'm just openly that.
You're just rude. I'm just gonna put it out there. just blatantly rude.
People are like, is James dead?
That is I just wish I didn't send that dick pic now. Could at least reply. Yeah? Just left it hanging.
I wasted it.
What do you think about the speech, mate?
He's seen it. He's got 2 ticks on it. He's seen the dick pic and he hasn't replied.
No reply. That's worse than saying fuck off. Just no reply. He has no opinion on my dick.
Oh, mate. I think that's lads. It's I think it's about
to wrap it.
About that time.
This man's got to get to a gig.
Yeah,
Thanks for having those. It's been nice.
Oh, mate, I've loved it. Well, we'll have to definitely come back on.
I will. I'll make sure there's no gig after next time. We'll
just have our own gig.
Yeah, and I'll have a whiskey.
Yeah.
But, I'd like that.
Yeah,
thank you.
Mate, thank you for
really
fitting us
appreciate
in.
it. Have you got anything? I know you've got your gig coming up very soon. But have you got anything?
Your
that's out
podcast
there?
as well?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Check out Get to the Good Stuff with Jack Skipper. Available on all platforms.
All platforms. Cool.
So,
Perfect.
And then Instagram, just
we'll put everything
Mr.
in.
Jack Skipper. Yeah.
But obviously, go and give Jack a follow and yeah, mate. Thank you very much for coming.
Mate, appreciate it,
guys.
Thank you, man.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you,
Cheers,
my man.
dude.